back to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to a very exciting video. I am so pumped for today's video, and that is because I'm going to be doing my very first month of a TBR game. I am so excited for this video and to be putting this out. This has been on my mind for a while, and the project has been a long time in the making, but I am so excited to finally be bringing this to you and to be playing a game for my TBR. So I just want to do a couple disclaimers. I will say that this is not an original idea. I did think of doing bingo before I looked on YouTube to see if anyone had done it, but I totally realized that other people have done this game and have taken their own spin on it. However, I do not want to claim credit for it. I did not at all think of this up all on my own. So with that being said, I just want to say a couple disclaimers and just know that I'm not taking credit from anyone. I will of course leave anybody that does this particular type of game in the description box below, and I will leave their videos down there as well, just so you guys have full access to that as well. Okay, other than that, disclaimers aside, I am excited to be sharing this TBR game with you guys. As you can see, I am doing a TBR bingo. I am very pumped for it and very excited. And without further ado, I will go ahead and jump into the rules. So the board itself is very simple, very clean, very easy. Nothing too crazy going on. I have a little bit of art down here at the bottom with some washi tape stickers and my name. It is very simple, like I said, and it's just something that maybe I can add on to in the future, make it a little bit more creative and vibrant. But for now, this is what we're working with. But very simple. 75 prompts are connected to this TBR board. Not all of them are obviously on the board. I have them back here on the side where I have all of my prompts just waiting to be pulled. And yeah, every number, there are 75 numbers that correspond to a different prompt. The only prompts that are repeating are any prompts that end in a 5. So 5, 55, 75, you get the idea. All of the numbers that end with a 5 are a challenge ball. Not only will I have to add an additional spin of the bingo cage, I will also have a prompt that correlates with that number. So interesting. I thought it would add a little bit of difficulty and something a bit more fun to the actual challenge. So I'm hoping that every once in a while I will get those to just spice it up a little bit more. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the board itself. So every ball that I pick doesn't necessarily have to be on this board. Like I said, I have the prompts behind me, and so whichever ball I get, I will be using it to pick a book off of my TBR. And if it's not on the board, then it's not on the board. However, if it is, I will be marking it off. And once we get a bingo, I want to do something fun and interesting. I don't exactly know what I want to do just yet, and that's where you guys come in. I would love to hear you guys' feedback and comments on what you think I should do when I get to a bingo. Should I do a Q&A? Should I do a special video just for of your guys' choosing? Should I do a challenge video? Should I do a giveaway? Please feel free to let me know in the comments below. I would love to know what you guys would like to see when and if I get this bingo anytime soon. It could take 5 months, it could take 1 month. I have no idea how this is gonna play out, but this is trial and error, so just bear with me and know that it's gonna take a couple of months for me to get in the swing of things, but I just know it's gonna be so fun and so exciting. But without further ado, I have talked way too much. I hope that you guys understand how the board works, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into the spins. So I'm just going to do a quick little shuffle of these balls, and we will get right into it. All right, I think I'm ready. All right. Okay, so we have, can't find the number, 69. So I have a tray here that's going to keep track of all the balls that I pull, and I'm gonna put it in its little slot. All right, 69 is not on the board, but I do have the prompt card here, and that is to read a book with an animal on the cover. So I'm going to have to find something because I don't even know if I have one yet. So let me go ahead and take a look. Okay, so I did have a couple of books that had animals on it. However, I have a book that I have here that I really want to finish the series, and that is Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. I have not yet purchased the new book in this world. However, I really want to finish the series as well as continue on to the prequel. So I'm definitely going to be putting this on my TBR for this month. Okay, roll number 2. Ball down, ball down. Okay, I found the ball after it tried to run away from me, and we got N35. So on our very first game, we get an extra roll already. How exciting. So 35 is not currently on the board. However, I do have the prompt here, and it is to not only do an extra ball, but do a random color generator. So I'm going to pull from a random color generator, and whatever color I pick, I have to pick a book that has a cover either with that or has it somewhere on the cover. Okay, I'm going to screen record this for you guys so you guys can see it. I'll put it up on the screen here, but I'm going to go ahead and generate a random color. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's blue. A very bright blue at that. So let me go ahead and pick a book for that. So this book is a little bit darker than the actual color, but this one was the one that matched the best. And so I picked up Veronica Roth's Chosen Ones. I don't know too much about this book. I saw it at Costco one day and decided to pick it up, but let's see, it says, saving the world once makes them heroes. Saving it again might destroy them. So it sounds very interesting. I wanted to pick it up because I really enjoyed the Divergent series, and I decided to give her another try. Okay, spin number 3. All right, G47. Okay, so for G47, the prompt is to read a nonfiction. So I don't have any nonfictions currently on my shelf, but one of the books that is currently on my TBR for a nonfiction are Becoming by Michelle Obama or Born of Crime by Trevor Noah. And both of them I've really wanted to listen to, so I'm not sure which one I'm gonna go with. But I think I'm gonna go with Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. It just sounds so good, and a book that I really wanted to read for so long. It is basically just a memoir about his life, and I've heard so many people talk such great things about this book, so I'm very, very excited for that. Okay, spin number 4. Okay, so B4. Okay, for prompt number 4 is to read a fantasy, and I have a lot of those on my shelf, so let me go see which one I want to pick. Okay, so the book that I picked is a book that I really want to buddy read, but I'm waiting to see if Caitlin is able to put it on her Litland. So I'm hoping that she does, so that we can buddy read this together. But that is Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. I am very excited for this book. I just love the idea of a premise being about a badass female assassin. Like, what could be better than that? And I've heard such great things about this series, and I'm very excited to start it. I know that the book is about a young girl named Mia, I believe, and she is going to this school to train as an assassin to get revenge on the people that killed her family. And it just sounds so freaking good. So I'm really hoping that it's fantastic. Okay, spin number 5. We still haven't gotten anything on the board, so hopefully this one will be it. Okay, N31. Okay, so unfortunately, another one that's not on the board, but no worries. And surprisingly enough, N31 is another repeat of a prompt, and that is a random color generator. So wild that we get them both in the same freaking game. But I really liked the idea of randomizing as much as I can, so that's the reason why I put it also on a challenge card. So we're gonna go ahead and randomize this again. All right, let's go ahead and randomize in 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's green, and it's very, like, interesting color of green. So let me see what books fit into that color category. I have no idea if I even have one. Okay, I'm really excited actually that I was able to get this particular color, because this is a book that I really wanted to go on this TBR, and that is Air Fire by Sarah J. Maas. I really enjoyed Throne of Glass by her, and I was very excited to continue on with the series. So I'm very pumped that this is actually in this TBR. I think I would have read it regardless, but now I don't have to add anything extra, so that's awesome. Okay, number 5. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, man, these balls just like to fly everywhere. And what we got was B2. Okay, so number 2, again, not on the TBR board, so I don't know when we're gonna get one, but hopefully it's soon. But the one that we picked is B2, and that is Out of Comfort Zone TBR jar. So my Out of Comfort Zone TBR jar is a jar that I have placed together with audiobooks that I have selected from Libby that were available, that are just books that I wouldn't necessarily buy on my own or reach for, books that I haven't heard of, and just books that I think that will push me outside of my comfort zone to read some things that are a bit different. So I'm very excited for that. I have changed up my system. I now have colorful little notes for these instead of the small ones that I had, so hopefully it'll be easier for you guys to see and read. So let's go ahead and pick one out of here. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, so I got All the Impossible Things. Sorry for my chicken scratch handwriting, but I don't really remember what this is about. I will, of course, put it on the screen, but I kind of want to keep it that way. The last couple of times that I picked from that TBR jar, well, the only time I read the synopsis and it kind of put me off of reading the book, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go in blind, see if I like it. Hopefully I do, and maybe it will help me to branch outside of my usual reading genre. Okay, bottle number 7. I swear everyone is gonna fly off now that I said it. All right, we got G53. Okay, apparently we're getting all of the generators today, so it's just one of those days, I think. And the one that we got is a random letter generator. So whatever letter I get, I'm going to try to pick a book that starts or has a word in the name that starts with this letter. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and randomize for the 3rd time today. All right, we got the letter R. I'm really hoping that I can find a book with the letter R in it. All right, I guess we're doing this. We are tackling the very first book on my These Books Will Self-Destruct in 12 Months video, and that is Recursion by Blake Crouch. I'm not going to lie, this book scares the crap out of me, but I've heard such great things about this book and this author, so I'm really hoping that I like it. All I know about it is that it is a sci-fi, and that is it. So, oh, I am terrified, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna be strong. I'm scared. All right, roll number 8. Okay, G48. All right, I'm convinced we're not getting anything on this board today. G48 is Thrifted. So any book that I bought secondhand in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so I didn't actually think that I was going to put this on the TBR. I just thought I was going to be an extra one, but since I thrifted this, I thought this was perfect. Now I have plenty of books to choose from because I buy a lot of my books secondhand, but the book that I chose was Breaking Dawn by Stephanie Meyer. As you guys know, Midnight Sun is coming out end of this year basically, and I'm very excited for that book, and I am rereading the series anyways, so I really want to finish it. I just finished Eclipse as of filming this like yesterday, so I really want to read this book, and I'm very excited that I was able to get this on this TBR. I'm so excited to finish out the series. This is my favorite movie, and I don't really remember if this is my favorite book, but I'm very excited to reread it, finish out my series. I will have 2 series complete by the end of this month if I finish everything. So that is fantastic. All right, number 9. N43. We finally got one that's actually on the board. What a miracle. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cover it up with a sticky note. That is not a color of this board, so that I know that I have cleared it. It is completed. So our very first one on the board, I should probably take it off so I can tell you guys what the prompt is. I had a mishap and I almost dropped the whole dang thing. So the prompt for number 43 is the oldest published book on my TBR. And that is terrifying because I have a lot of classics on my list of unread books, and so I just know I'm gonna be reading a classic this month. Oh no. Crap. Okay, well, I will figure that out and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm sad. I really wanted this book to be The Great Gatsby, and it was close. It was close until I picked up The Scarlet Letter, and that just blew it out of the water. So I am going to be reading The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. It was published in 1850. It is an old book, but granted, on that side of things, it is not overly large. It is only 216 pages, so I'm hoping that I can get through this. I'm hoping that the writing is not extremely dense and hard for me to get through. I remember reading some of this in high school, but not all of it, and I'm really hoping I can get through it, so you guys, send help. Okay, what would have been the last roll is now the second to the last roll, so let's do roll number 10. All right, N33. Okay, so the next book that I'm going to pick for N33 is a book that I have low expectations for. And I can't really say that I have low expectations for a lot of my books, but there are some books on here that I'm afraid of. So let me go ahead and pick one out. Okay, so the book that I picked, I have low expectations for an interesting reason. So I read a book that my sister had given me from her collection of books, and I really didn't like it. And so I'm really hoping that it was just that one book and it's not our reading styles that have hit a wall here, but the next book that I picked is a book that she also gave me, and that is Defiance by C.J. Redwine. After reading The Falconer, which is totally by another author, they're both fantasy, but different authors, I was just really scared to pick this up. And so for that reason, I do have low expectations for this. And I know it's such a bad reason because they're totally different stories, totally different authors, totally different writing styles, but just after reading that one, I am terrified to read this. So I do have low expectations for this, unfortunately. All right, our very last roll. I'm so excited. Okay, here we go. Oops. N40. Now, this is why I said I don't know if we will get a bingo anytime soon. 11 rolls, and we only got one freaking number on the board. That is crazy. But 40 is to read a beautiful book. Now, I could pick so many. Probably before you guys see this video, I will actually be putting up a video about books that I bought just for the covers. So I have plenty to choose from. Now, this book that I'm going to pick has been on 2 TBRs now, and I still have yet to finish it. I honestly don't think that I'm going to finish it before the end of June. No, what are we in? Before the end of May. Jesus. So I'm just going to go ahead and do myself a favor and put it on this TBR, and that is Sarah J. Maas's House of Earth and Blood. I am currently in the middle of reading this, so I'm just not very far in. I'm only in the first 2 chapters, so this book scares me. It's the size, man. It gives me the creeps. It's too big. So I've just been struggling to read this and pick this up, but I am determined to finish it. I have heard so many people give this a 5 stars, say that it's one of the best books they've read this year, and I just need to get over my fear, jump on that train, and read the damn book. So this is going on my TBR. Okay, so these are all the books that I want to read this month in June, and I am scared, but not as scared as I usually am when I have my 20 book TBRs. So hopefully this will help me to get through the TBRs, be a little bit more lax with my reading, read what I want to read at the time that I want to read it, and then if I have extra time, I can pick up another book and just read what I want to read, which is going to be very, very fun. Now, the trick to all this is if I don't read a book off of this TBR, I will have to do another roll for every book that I do not complete. DNFs do not count, but any book that I did not pick up and not finish, I will have to do another roll. So hopefully I can read all of these by the end of June, and if not, I'll just have to hold myself accountable and do a whole bunch of extra spins. But that is the end of this video. I'm so excited to be sharing this with you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you had fun. Please feel free to leave any comments, questions, suggestions on how I can make this game better in the comment section below. I would love to hear it. But other than that, that is it. That is the end of my very first TBR bingo, and I am just so pumped for June. And I will maybe be participating in some readathons, but that'll be on the side of this TBR, so this is first and foremost, and hopefully I can get through all of it. But other than that, that is the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and of course, leave any comments, questions, and suggestions in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!